Dang it. 2.
This is the last time you get to pick the game.
I know, I'm sorry. That's the only thing my son had. Oh, you get out.
Ooh, yay.
And you get to go again.
Do I get to go?
Yeah, 5. Oh, I'm out.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah, you're going the right way.
Good turn.
Here we go.
All right. 5. I'm catching you. Boom, 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 boom. I'm still going to win.
No, you're not. Oh, you can get out.
Oh, I can get out. Yay. What's this game called? Trouble.
Trouble.
That's right. But it's Toy Story 3
Yeah,
edition.
yes.
So we got Buzz and Woody and what's the Rex?
Rex.
Right? Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah, 6.
I can get another one out.
And the Mr. Potato Head.
And I go again. And a 2. 1, 2. Sweet. We'll get some more people join us here, and then we'll actually get down to the nitty gritty. But
1, 2, 3, 4.
you want to get it up on there? Oh, I got 6. 1 came out. Brad, you're losing big time.
Sorry. 5.
See, we're playing a game together. Last week, Randall and Rich, they played their own individual games.
I know.
We're good teammates, Brad.
Yes, we are. Even though I can't work a computer very well.
I'm not sure what you're trying to do there. For those just joining, we're letting a few more people buzz in there. Got a decent little crowd going. Tonight, we're going to talk about camping and facilities and all that good stuff at Donner for Axialfest 2019. So we'll wait a couple more seconds and get a few more people in here, and then we'll be good to go. Ooh, you get one out.
Yay, finally.
You get to go again, too.
Nope, only one.
Oh.
You go good.
3. 1, 2, 3.
This ain't cooperating with me.
Technology's not being friendly for us.
Choices.
Still gonna win. Your pop.
I'm almost there.
1.
I gotta get him off so I can get the other guy out.
Can go on top. Oh, that's your piece.
Oh, you go ahead and use my piece. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Maybe that's why you're so far ahead. I'm probably moving your piece.
This is fine. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Go back to home. Oh, whew. Caught it.
So those just joining, we're playing a little game here while we get more people on. And for those of you who don't know or haven't seen any posts or anything, this year's theme, we'll talk about a little bit more, is games. So that's why we're playing a little Toy Story 3 Trouble while we're waiting for people to jump in there. I'm trying to get it up on our screen here so we can see if there's any comments that come through so we can get those answered for you. Like I said, tonight we're going to focus on facilities and camping at Donner Ski Ranch. So who was closest to getting back in?
I'm right here.
Oh boy, I would say
Right
you
here.
won then. All right, well you won that time. Next time I'll pick the game instead of this.
Sorry.
Going on here. Should we get started?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm Brad Brooker. I am the brand manager for Axial.
I'm Andrew Ziegler, trade show and events manager here at Horizon Hobby. Those of you might recognize this ugly mug and hat and shirt from Axialfest last year. So, like I said, tonight we're going to talk about camping and the facilities. So, I guess first, before we jump into anything, let's talk about registration. Registration is open; it's available out there. Eventbrite is the same process we're using this year.
And you have to go on there to register, right?
Yes, and so you can find that a link to Eventbrite either on Axial Racing page, go through links there, or on the Axial Racing event page for Axialfest 2019.
And you fill in all your information.
Everything goes in there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Each ticket has a description as to what it is and what you're getting for that ticket.
Okay.
4-day, 2-day passes for adults and kids and camping spots and all that good stuff.
Gotcha. And also shirt sizes on there, I believe, too, as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. For those that pre-register and in the certain categories. Correct.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's also for if you want to keep up to date with the latest information about the event, the one and only Axialfest. Axialracing.com and also Axial Racing Facebook page. You can find the latest information there. So, well, let's talk about the biggest thing, one of the most common things asked about Axialfest, and that's camping.
Camping.
So there are a number of different sites, actually 2 different type of camping sites available for the attendees.
I guess first thing before we jump right into that, I hope everybody knows that we were not able to get back into Cisco Grove. Everybody should know that by now. And we're not at a campground, but we're doing everything we can to make it as comfortable as possible, to make it just like a campground. So we are offering 2 different camp sizes.
Okay.
We're doing a tent camping and an RV trailer camping. The tent camping space is a 20 by 20 and the RV is a 20 by 50.
Okay. So
if somebody comes in with something that's more than 50 foot, we'll make the accommodations, but highly unlikely that that will be. And the stipulation there is everything must fit in your 20 by 20 or 20 by 50.
So if someone comes with a large group, they only get that camping size, that camping spot right there.
Yeah, don't expect to get like a 20 by 20 tent spot and try to throw up 13 tents. It's not going to happen. It will be enforced, and it's not safe by any means. And we're going to separate the RV from the tent area. Just if somebody pulls out at night or comes in later or whatever, they're not running over tents or whatever, just to kind of keep it as safe as possible.
Gotcha. And also one thing was brought up, if you're wanting to camp by your buddy or everything, the best thing to do is to come in the same time.
Yeah.
So because there's no saving spots where it's kind of first come first serve.
Exactly.
So wait till your buddy gets there, both sign up, come through there that way, so you actually pick a spot right next to that person.
Yeah, we talked to one group of people. I don't remember where we were, but they asked about that, and we pretty much recommended them, if you want to camp next to a couple other people, go ahead and get your camp spots now. That doesn't lock in any particular campsite, but then meet your buddy down the hill, meet him in Truckee, meet him, whichever way you're coming from, meet up at Cisco Grove, whatever it might be. It's 25 minutes down the road, and then come in together. And so then once you register and get all your stuff, you guys can go right to a camp spot and get those right together.
Gotcha. Well, that'll be good. That'll be good. So that's kind of the campsites and how everything's going to handle. One of the biggest, another thing is, what about restrooms? Are there restrooms available for the attendees and everyone there?
As you can see, we've got porta potties.
Yes,
right here.
we have porta potties.
Scale porta potties for the guys that are camping out here. They're roughing it, and so this is our mock-up of a potential campsite at Axialfest. Hopefully the tents aren't as primitive as these are, but it's a pretty cool campsite. We've got.
And we actually have fire.
See that? I got a fire and the candles glowing. If you're here right when the live started, you could see the glow of the fire going there. So that was pretty cool. But I completely forgot what you asked me about.
The restrooms.
Restrooms. I'm looking at these porta potties. I think somebody asked me if there's a scale sticker inside the porta potty or something, or scale delivery in there, but I sure hope not.
What could be going on with these? Well, yeah.
So yes, we will have restroom facilities. Obviously, Donner Ski Ranch has restroom facilities in their lodge and in their building. But for camping that is across the street, there are no facilities out there, so we're bringing in flusher toilet trailers. If anybody's ever been to a larger event where you actually have a trailer you go into, they're air conditioned. It's a perfect way to get out of the heat. Flushing toilets, running water, wash your hands, all that good stuff. So those will be available, as well as porta potties that'll be spread out throughout the area. Event. And even some of the places that are a little more remote for the event. If anybody's ever been to Donner, been to a crawling event there, or even the Axial West Coast Championship Series way back in the day, up the hill where some of the courses will be, we'll have some porta potties up there. So you don't have to come all the way down the hill in case you need to use one of these bad boys. They'll be kind of spread out.
That's good. That's good.
So, I guess along with that, we will have hand washing stations for those, and obviously the hand sanitizers inside there. We want to keep everybody healthy and safe as possible.
That's good
for that. So.
All right.
showers. So will everyone be able to take a shower there on site if they're doing the camping this way or even RV? Will they be able to take showers on site?
So this whole time we've said primitive camping. It's exactly what it is. There's no hookups, anything like that. But like the toilet trailers we're bringing in, the flushers, we're going to have shower trailers too. We're going to have 2 of them.
Gotcha. That'd be nice.
And within those shower trailers, there's also flushing toilets in there too. So you've your private own stall, locking door, all that good stuff to the outside. Go in there, take a shower, wipe off the trail dust and, and all that good stuff, and get ready for the evening or the next day or whatever it might be.
So nice. So I mean,
it's all the comforts of home. Brought in on trailers, but still primitive camping. No power hookups, no water hookups. But
So it really is. Once you get there, there's no reason to leave. You have everything you need right there. You have the restrooms, you have water, you have the toilets, you got showers. What else?
Absolutely.
You got everything.
I think what else? What else would be some of the questions there? I guess one of the big questions we received was charging.
Yes.
How are we supposed to charge our batteries if there's no power provided? Well, here's a couple things. First of all, one, we are allowing small, quiet generators. So those Honda portable type, the ones you can pick up and carry, there's like a 2,000, 2,100, I think there's even a 1,000 water. As long as it's one of those small, quiet ones, be great. And we will have some quiet hours from about 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
That'd be nice. So, I mean, it help things. So there's no reason to be charging that late at night anyways.
Yeah, you don't leave it charging overnight anyway, right? We always attend our batteries while being charged.
Yes.
Right?
But then also, cool feature though, we're actually charging stations, right?
That is correct. We're working with the Spectrum team and the Spectrum Smart charging technology. And so we are working with them. And we're looking at right now 2 charging stations, one in the camping area and then one up closer to the lodge and the trail in the vendor area. So they're kind of working out the details on that. In the past, we've done a charging station. We either have a couple chargers out there that you can go and hook your battery up and leave it there, or you can kind of check it in, kind of like an impound.
That'd be nice.
They give you a ticket, the ticket goes on the battery, we charge it for you, you go off and do whatever, and then you come back, present that ticket, you get the battery back.
Pretty sweet deal. So
one thing about crawlers is they'll last a long time. So.
I mean, a long time on a battery. Just a couple batteries, I mean, you're pretty much good for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we've seen some people, unless they're in the racing classes or whatever, obviously, but a lot of people said just charge a bunch of batteries and bring them in. But we will have some charging stations, and if you do have a quiet generator you can bring, you can charge for those as well. Yeah, old school.
Yes.
Go old school.
Jump pack just in case. When you're actually you might be stranded a little bit.
Yep. Just one comment real quick. Brandon made a comment here. 10 p.m. quiet hours at Axialfest. Laugh out loud. That's when it's just getting going. That's for the generators.
Yes, just generators.
All right. There's no curfew. There will still be some night trails, and we've got a few things planned for after dark as well as official events, I guess, of Axialfest. So just because we say after 10 o'clock no generators doesn't mean you still can't go out and hit the trails. So.
Yes, and have fun. We're never stopping you guys from having fun. That's the best thing about Axialfest.
It says, Brad, check your mic. Check your mic, yo.
Check my mic.
I think you've got a clip to where it might be rubbing on your.
Oh, come on, guys.
He's not listening. He sounds like the teacher in Charlie Brown. That's the way he sounds all the time.
All the time.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There. We'll see if that's better, guys.
Hopefully that's better. Now, fix your mic, Brad.
There. Better. Better, guys.
Brad, fix your mic. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Hello.
I think we're probably good. Hopefully on the mic there. So
okay. I feel it's gonna be.
We should just get him
Alan's
a mic.
not here to fix me.
We should just give him a mic that he can.
Alan's
hold on
not here
to
fix me because Alan's usually he's right on. He knows I messed up all the time.
Are you plugged in, Brad?
I'm plugged in. All right.
Oh, somebody said that's better. Much better. Diggy Smalls, thank you very much.
So
jumping back into it.
How about food?
Food.
The best thing I like. I love me some food.
All right. So for anybody who has been to Donner Ski Ranch and eaten in the restaurant there, it's called the Old 40 Bar and Grill.
Okay.
They know how good that food is. There is a bar and grill on site that will be open in the evenings, and then breakfast and lunch will be through their cafe, which they feed all the skiers that are going down the hill every day.
Gotcha.
So they're going to have a special menu for Axialfest. Usually that time of the year they're not open, but they're going to have a staff there to provide meals. So breakfast,
Awesome.
lunch, and then the bar and the dinner. The bar and restaurant for dinner. So we got food covered there.
Awesome. It's nice because it's
Absolutely.
always it's there. So,
Yep.
but one thing though, we got to make sure we touch. There is no drinking alcohol or smoking. That's e-cigarettes or normal smoking on the trails while actually
Correct.
driving your rigs.
Absolutely correct.
So,
Just
that's-
as it has been in the past, to look out for those that if you need to smoke or e-cigarette or whatever, and you are participating in drinking or whatever, do that back at your campsite.
yeah,
And just like any other Axialfest, no matter where it is, if you carry something onto the trail, carry it out with you garbage-wise. Water
Yes,
bottles,
please do,
whatever
yes.
it might be. Don't
Yes,
leave the
keep it
trash
nice,
out there,
guys.
And let's not ruin our first experience at Donner.
yeah. That's not a good thing to do.
No audio again, huh? Are you still bringing up out of your shirt? Are you still getting me, Bill Isaac? Yeah. Okay.
Just me. There. How's that better, guys? Hope that's better.
We spent an hour getting all this stuff ready and
Yeah.
tested it. It worked just fine.
Yes. And also working this, getting this is perfect.
But we want to make sure the audio is right so you can hear everything that
I blabber about.
that we are saying. So, and I kind of throw in there the smoking on the trails. That includes the recreational variety of what is legal in California. It's California. It's legal to recreational smoke.
Yeah.
The other stuff, keep that off the trails. Keep it away from the gathering areas.
Yes,
and whatnot.
yes.
And,
Keep that in your campsite.
Keep it in your campsite.
Yes,
Absolutely.
please keep it in your campsite.
Absolutely.
So another thing, especially with camping and everything, as you see here, we have, what about fires? Can we have fires at your campsite?
As of this point, we're just going to say no individual fires at the campsite because we don't know at the time what the fire risk is going to be. And so we just want to make sure. But the plan is to do a community fire pit in the camping area so that we can have a big fire going and everybody can kind of come together around that and cook their hot dogs on a stick or do s'mores or whatever they want, or just hang
Gotcha.
out
Gotcha.
and have a good time if they're not out hitting the trails and enjoy the fire. A little more controlled and just in case.
Yeah, we don't want any issues.
No, we don't want to burn down
No.
all the trees in Donner Pass. So.
No. One thing that I want to bring up from the first one, the famous, the Oh Yeah Man,
Oh.
the Kool-Aid Man.
This guy right here.
That's right. That's right. We want to make sure Randall and Rich enjoy the Oh Yeah Man. They wanted me to give them a picture last week where they can enjoy my lovely mug with them all the time. So from here on out, the Oh Yeah Man will be joining us.
I have to work with two Oh Yeah Mans.
That's right.
Here. This one
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
talk very much, thankfully, but this one,
His mic's probably working though.
his bike probably works a lot better than yours.
Yes. So, all right. One thing, like you mentioned earlier about the campsite and everything, is kind of away from the trails. So there's a road you have to cross.
Yep. So those that have never been to Donner Ski Ranch, or if you get a chance, even just look it up on Google Maps and do a satellite view. The parking lot across the street, the larger parking lot, there's a maintenance shed over there where they keep their snowcats and all that. That's the camping area where whenever they have events, they have one-to-one full-scale events there all the time. During the summer, that's where everybody camps. And there's the road, which is US 40. It's not extremely busy. There's a lot of people that are tourists that kind of go through Donner's Pass. It's the old way to get through Donner's Pass. And so at night, what we're going to do is put a light tower up there. We are going to limit the access coming in and out of those parking lots. So you're going to cross 40 either into the vendor area parking lot or into the camping area. So we're going to kind of narrow that down where everybody kind of stays together underneath lights. There's going to be warning signs and all kinds of stuff for traffic that's going through there. So it's going to be extremely safe. We might even post a crossing guard there at busy times during the night,
That'd be nice. I mean, that'd be helpful for some people.
like before the finishing ceremonies and after, just when there could be a larger group of people, just somebody there to kind of keep an eye on things and keep safe. But like I said, a big, huge light tower lighting that whole area up. So if somebody's coming either way, they're going to be like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And they're going to slow down.
Gotcha. That's nice. So
Yeah, keep it
everyone,
safe.
so it'll be safe. So
Yep, absolutely.
one thing also.
Speaking of keeping it safe. Motorized vehicles.
Yes. Not allowed.
Nope, not at all.
No ATVs, UTVs, golf carts, anything. Nothing motorized. Only your RC rig.
Yeah, just like it was at Cisco Grove, the only people that will be on any motorized type of vehicle will be staff, the emergency staff, and then workers of Donner Ski Ranch for that usage. So don't bring your golf carts, don't bring any of that stuff. Just bring your RC rigs with you and hoof it on foot.
Yeah, have fun.
Yep.
So with being at Donner, the elevation's kind of a little different.
That is true. That is true. The elevation at the base is right about 7,000 feet.
Okay.
Cisco Grove was about 5,600 feet. So we're looking at like 1,400 feet or so elevation change. So just as things were at Cisco Grove, hydration and rest is important. Acclimation to those elevations is also extremely important. And when you're on a trail, take a couple water bottles with you.
Yeah.
We will have some hydration stations in places that are a little more remote. But if you got a backpack, you got parts and tools and stuff in it for your rig, remember yourself too, not just your rig.
Yeah.
Bring some water, maybe a couple snacks along as well, and just keep a track of yourself. And there have been some issues in the past with some elevation sickness, and the staff and whatnot are well equipped to handle and take care of.
If you ever have any
people,
issues,
so.
Please feel free to find a staff member,
Absolutely.
and we'll help out quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
So, the biggest reason, one of the reasons we had to move the date, snow.
Snow.
They have a lot of snow.
A lot of snow. Yeah.
So, and I mean, just to date, what are we looking at here?
Well, when I was there in January, I went and did a site visit there. I know everything's under the snow, but just to talk to the staff there and check out the facilities inside and out and get a tour and everything, there was a lot of snow on the ground. They dig out basically every day. I was in between two big snowstorms they had. It was like a 11-footer and an 8-footer. And I was just happened to be there in the window. The sun came out for about 3 or 4 hours, and then it started snowing again. But they're saying officially their base is 156 inches.
Okay.
And the peak is 222 inches. That's nice packed snow, but they've had 400, I think, some inches of snow.
It's a lot of snow.
Something crazy. So
a lot of snow.
We're in contact with them and those that are kind of live up in that area or go that way. Diggy says 600 for the season. So yeah, it's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
We're thinking everything's gonna be okay. We moved the date. We're very optimistic. Thankfully, most of the areas we will be are south facing, so the sun will warm that up. But just kind of have to see how things go. And there could be some snow in some shady areas, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because we've got a couple ideas.
Yeah. Oh yes.
To do in the snow,
especially since since we brought Parker back. He's chomping at the bit. This guy, he's ready to rock and roll with this, and he likes the idea of having the snow feature in some areas, to play a part.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely, it sounds like fun too. So
a little different thing.
Yeah, we see some people making comments. I'm local. Snow will be gone by early June. Yeah, could be. There's a lot of ski resorts claiming that they're going to have skiing on the 4th of July.
Yes.
So when we start kind of seeing that, we want to give the best possible experience out there. And everything was covered in snow and super wet and muddy. It would not be a good experience.
No. And we want everyone to enjoy
what
Axialfest brings.
The date changed.
One question here looks like, will it be parking for non-campers? Yeah, there will be parking.
Absolutely, yes. We'll have
There's
some
parking for everyone.
We'll have parking set aside just for those that are staying elsewhere, because we know there's people that have campsites reserved, or condos, or cabins, or whatever hotels reserved in the area. That's a very popular spot for all those types of accommodations. And so, yeah, we'll definitely have a parking lot set aside for those individuals, for sure.
I noticed some people were asked about racing, the classes and everything. We'll skip a little ahead, but we'll go back to it here. We'll next week be talking about all the classes, the events of the actual Axialfest, the classes in those events, and the rules. So that'll be next week. We'll be talking about that, because that's another animal of itself, because it's a huge deal to understand what's going on. But we have some cool things about that as well. So one guy mentioned about bringing a headlamp for nighttime thing. So that's a must. Just recently, I went to a Recon G6 event, and went hunting for Sasquatch. And took my 1.9 rig here. Yeah. One thing that I failed to do is bring a headlamp with me. And that's one thing to do, especially here. You can do a lot of night crawling and everything. So make sure you have a headlamp. It's very helpful. Do one of those small little things. But we'll talk more also in certain things to bring as well in a later show. So that's one thing.
Yeah, this is just the second video in the series we're doing every Wednesday.
Yes.
We're going to be coming to you either live or with a recorded video with all kinds of information about Axialfest. But we wanted to hit on the most important topics first to get that information out there. So.
Especially the most asked questions. So one thing that is always, besides the camping thing, is because it's always tradition for Axialfest, what is the theme? So this year, we decided to go to gamer theme. Hence the game we were playing here earlier. Yeah. So the gamer theme is not just board games, PC games, PlayStation, it's everything. So if you like solitaire, we want your rigs to be that themed, to dress them up that way. Yeah. And I think also, didn't we kind of talk about maybe having a dress-up deal about your things?
Possibly. If anybody's ever been to a Parker event, and then we're not talking crazy Parker event 10, 12 years ago.
No.
But more recently, kind of playing into the theme, we're kind of working on a few things that it could involve some costumes.
Yes.
More information on that to come for sure.
Like I said, we want people to have fun. This is a fun event.
Exactly.
We want everyone to enjoy themselves and see what Axialfest is about.
And just throwing in the gamer theme there, it's not like I said gamer. It's not. It's games.
Yes.
And kind of people thought, oh, it's gamers like video gamers, and no, that's not it. But Fortnite characters or any video game, Super Mario Brothers, any game aspect, Chutes and Ladders. Chutes and Ladders is a pretty good one for a curling event. So
yes, you might see something with that. Yeah, you might,
all different kinds of things. And so to play in with that theme, we're working on some cool, different aspects of Axialfest and for things for people to do.
Yeah.
At Axialfest.
Yes.
So more on that information later.
Yeah, like I said, and this is just one of many videos, so you'll have a lot more to actually see. Like, so we'll go into more depth of different questions. So, where else can you sign up? So we talked about earlier, but when we talk about this, where can you sign up again?
Eventbrite is the vehicle, I guess, that you say that we're using. And if you go to the event page, if you're here on Facebook already, on the left side there's the events tab. Click on there, find Axialfest 2019, and within there's a link to take you to Eventbrite, or you can buy the tickets right there. And each ticket has its own description and exactly what
it walks you through it. I mean, it's pretty
absolutely.
It's pretty simple. So, and also, if you want to find more information or stay up to date with all the information, axialracing.com, or also Axial Racing on the Facebook page as well for the latest information. Anything else cool or you want to talk about?
I don't know.
We covered a lot of stuff so far.
It's been a lot of work up to this date, and we got a lot of work to do, but it's shaping up to be a pretty cool Axialfest. For those of you that were at Axialfest 2019, at the closing ceremonies, I stood in front of all of you and said that Axialfest would be back. It's coming back. It's here. It's not going anywhere. And that we were going to do everything we could to make it the best Axialfest that we could. And we were dealt with a few things of having to move out of Cisco Grove, and we found a place after extensive search. And bringing Parker back on board, and a lot of cool things. So rest assured, this is going to be an absolutely fantastic Axialfest.
Yeah, I don't expect anything different.
If you guys knew everything that we knew that we can't tell you yet, you would probably agree.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we'll end this by next week. Like I said, we'll be talking about the different events. We'll talk about the different classes in those events and the rules. So we'll kind of touch base with that because that's the next big thing everyone wants to know is what kind of run and everything. So we'll get detailed about that.
Absolutely. Cool.
So
if you do have any comments or questions or anything, leave them in the post in this,
yes,
and
please
we'll go through and review them all. And we'll use those as potential topics for future videos.
Yes, and each video will actually kind of hit some of the questions there. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time.
Anybody have any quick questions when it comes to camping? We saw a few and answered a few, but I don't give away. Of course we always do giveaways, really.
Oh, yeah, there's always cool stuff. Always. Always.
Some really, really cool stuff.
Yes.
All right. Like I said, if you guys have any comments or questions that we haven't covered or you have missed or whatever, leave them in the comments down below. If you're just joining, wait till this video posts, watch it again. It's not that long. A lot of great information in there. So
put some big jumps in the U4.
Big jumps.
Send it.
Just send it. Brad's good at just sending.
I am. It's a little story here real quick. So this will give some chance for some guys to, if they have any more questions. I got a little award though here past week. So, like I said, I went to a Parker event. I went to G6 event here this past week. They have a Terracross that I never made it out of their first corner 3 times. I wrecked 3 times.
For people that don't know Brad is an off-road RC racer.
And oval. Yes, and oval.
And he was not quite sure what was going on there.
No. It was, like I said, I wanted to experience an event like that and see how it is so we can make ours better and, and add to it. So I had to go and enjoy it. It was different. And I loved it, every minute of it. So it was a good time. So that's something to look forward to.
And the prize you got was
I got a fishing for floaters. So it's
sort of like what you think it is, but somebody asked about how is the road from the highway to Donner Ski Ranch, I do believe. Is it very steep? No, it's not extremely steep. It's a 2-lane road with a big shoulder. When I was there in January, it had sheer walls of snow on either side. It was pretty tight. But once the snow melts, it's
open.
It's a decent road. I've seen pictures of big trucks going through there and stuff. So no, it's not steep by any means. There are some steep areas if you go Donner Ski Ranch down to Donner Lake. It gets a little windy and curvy there, but the other way it's not as bad. It's not too far off the interstate. Gotcha.
Yep. Well, awesome. Well, I think that kind of wraps everything up.
Perfect.
So, like I said, every Wednesday we'll come to you with another video. So stay tuned to that. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. And we're done.